Hello students, today we are going to start with the new chapter 1.6 Into the Wild. The lesson is systematically divided into two parts under two different titles students. First part is Lost in the Jungle and Tracking the Panther of Nagarhole is respectively. So first let's see the introduction of the writers over here, children. Kiran Purandare is the first writer, and he was well-known wildlife expert, bird watcher, studied environmental studies in Scotland, and he is a recipient of Sahitya Puraskar. He spent 400 days in Nagzira Sanctuary, Bhandara, and wrote famous book Sakha Nagzira. Founder of Nisarga Vyadha organization, founded Kikas Bird Club. And the second writer is Shaz Jung. He is a well-known wildlife photographer, cinematographer, big cat tracker, man-animal conflict resolution seeker, spent much time in forests of Kabini, Karnataka, and spent much time in the buffer zone between Nagarjole and Bandipur, Karnataka. He right now runs a resort with his father. Before starting with the explanation, let's see the ice-breaking activities. The very first activity over here, as you all see in the PPT over here, children, complete the table regarding the factors, situations, reasons why you sometimes got scared and the factors that add to it. Give possible solutions as well. So as you all can see, three tables are given: reasons, factors which add to it, solutions. First reason is while discussing about strange creatures. Factors which add to it is at midnight in the absence of parents. And solutions: avoid such discussion stories as they are baseless. Second reason is while preparing a public speech. Factors which add to it: to deliver a speech before 100 delegates. Solution: keep calm, breathe and relax your body. Third reason given over here is while studying the HSC board exam. Factor which add to it is mathematics papers on next day. What is the solution for that? Ask doubts to maths teacher, learn formulas. Fourth one, while driving in thunderstorm. Factors which add to it is driving a bike with family on highway. And what is the solution, children? Find a safety place for shelter. Don't stand under a tree. And the last given reason in the table is worrying about COVID-19. Factors which add to it: suffering from fever, difficulty in breathing. Then what will be the solution for this? Quarantine yourself at home. Get yourself tested. The second activity given over here, children, given below are various activities which you can pursue as your hobby, passion or profession. Complete the table accordingly. Painting, reason or challenge, yeah, both. I can express myself well through the strokes of brush. Traveling is your hobby, it's your passion, it's your profession. So in tourism, there is great demand for professional tourist guides. Wildlife photography, if it's your hobby, it's your passion as well as your profession, then it will be a challenge in the age of computers, limited professional scope. Then conserving environment, if it's your hobby or passion, it's not your profession. All living things should survive. Worldwide awareness is very tough task today. And bird watching, if it's your hobby and passion and it's not your profession, then I get very close to nature. Birds are not easily visible. These are the reasons or challenge or both in the given table. Now let's move further. The last activity given over here, children, in the icebreakers category is the matchup. Bandipur National Park is at Karnataka. Kaziranga National Park is at Assam. Jim Corbett National Park, Uttarakhand. Ranthambore National Park, Rajasthan. Kanha National Park, MP, that is your Madhya Pradesh. These were the following given activities under the section icebreakers of the topic Into the Wild. Now let's see the explanation part, children, of the same chapter. As I have already told you, that chapter has two halves, children. First half, the title given over here is Lost in the Jungle. So it's an amazing experience of Kiran Purandare, the solitary traveler completely lost in the jungles of Umbarzara. He narrates how he lost his way at the fall of the dusk and the terrifying turmoil he underwent thereafter. Shouting for help would literally mean crying in the wilderness. He also gives a detailed description of how he found his way towards the Pizzeri. And the second part is it has been extracted from CN Traveler magazine. It is about Shaz Jung, known for his wildlife photography. It briefs us about his entry into this world of wildlife photography, and it also reveals the insight that he receives during this journey regarding the loss of the habitat of jungle heroes. The extract is witness of his genuine efforts he took by establishing the CRTI. It is his honest effort for the conservation of forest by educating the rural folks as well as by providing them with a sound, reliable source of income. So the 8.5 hour long day inside the hide was fruitful as a jamba tree standing tall on the edge of Umbarzara. And here the writer tells us about he was alone here like a fox, and the narrator was alone in the jungle where there were many wild animals, so he had to be as watchful as a fox because he was aware of the fact that he could be suddenly attacked by animals like leopards. He had to keep his eyes and ears open to save himself from wild animals who could catch him unaware if he was not alert. The fox is an animal which is very cunning to save itself from sudden danger, and so the narrator compares himself to a fox. And he says over here, he stayed put and estimated the leader Langu target site and scanned the area visually. Took some steps, stopped again. A fresh cat was lying before him on the trail. The bluish-purple flies were hovering over it, and he was sure that the leopard was somewhere near. The distant alarm call of 4-horned antelope was adding to the chaos. He barely walked around 15 meters and stopped. and he had apparently entered in the scantorium of a miracle called leopard. But the big cat was not visible. It is an elusive here means difficult to find animals. The surroundings were reminding him that he was all alone time and again. As he moved forward on the trail to Pizzeri, the fading alarm calls were still heard in the background. He could tell instinctively that the leopard had moved away. Meanwhile, he saw a man standing at a distance with the stick in his hand. As he approached, he appeared spooked as frightened, due to alarm calls of the leopard. Both of them greeted each other. He was Raju escaped from Pizzeri. He had come to collect logs but retreated due to the leopard's movement. Raju was amazed at his regular solitary visit to Umbazara, the heaven for tigers, leopards, and sloth bears. They stopped under a kusum tree to take a break. They both felt a bit relaxed. Now they were four hands with a stick. Then they both resumed their walking tour. There was one tiny track that broke out of the main trail. He will take this route, go you, and the other person will go straight, said Raju, and turned right. He kept walking straight until he climbed a familiar hillock, that is a small hill. He crossed the cement pillar and stone stacked by Forest Development Corporation to mark the boundary of the forest compartment, took another trail after climbing down, walked across a beautiful mahua tree loaded with reddish brown leaves. The ground under the tree was cleaned very well. The thought instantly flashed in his mind. He had lost his way. Next moment he found another dusky trail. Hastily he took the trail which took him from a narrow gorge to an open field. The area was surrounded by hillocks of dry, deciduous tropical forest. He turned back to spot the sun. Now the geographical west was set. The dusky trail had vanished. Good heavens! He was lost, completely lost in this jungle. That too at a very dreadful time. The sun was melting down like a fleeting runner. Soaked in his own sweat, the writer felt like shouting to his heart's content. But there was no other soul to listen to his sound in this wilderness. He had two bags with him, the Shabnam bag having the camera, and the other was small colorful handmade bag used in villages to carry tiffin. The tiffin still had some stuff, but he didn't feel like having it. The blossoming boxwood trees, the whoop whoop sound of cocklebird, the song of robin bird, all appeared alien to him. It was more than an hour and he was still there searching for a suitable tree to climb and get secured. Turn back to the trail you left, his mind was telling him. But there were no signs of the trail. He had no other way to climb the hillock before him. There were more hillocks and some more around the one he was standing. Near his feet were the dried up dropping of sloth bear. The sloth bear of Umbazara must be out in open sniffing for food. He cautioned himself, thinking of averting all sorts of eventuality. He made a move. He ran down the hillock that he had climbed up at the frantic speed. The west to his right-hand side now. The evening breeze flew through his wet curled hair. His stomach was aching. He kept walking in hope. After around 50 steps, he found a bright red soil trail. He found him a silver lining on this trail. Now, what is silver lining here? Silver lining means a hopeful solution to an apparently difficult or gloomy situation. The writer lost his way in the deep jungle He was tired and had no clues how to reach the village. So he saw a bright red soil track and the marks of bicycle wheels on that track. He was relieved and he must be close to human habitat. He was sure that the village was not far away and that gave him assurance that he would be able to find his way towards the village. This was the first half of the story. Now, the second part under the title Tracking the Panther of Nagahole. Shazjang is a wildlife photographer, cinematographer, big cat tracker, man animal conflict resolution seeker, and badger lodge owner, all rolled into one. When he is away from the jungles of Nagahole, officially called the Rajiv Gandhi National Park, he is leading photographies of safaris in Africa or showcasing his work at art galleries in capital cities and speaking to those interested in conserving the planet's riches. Shaz recalls with great clarity the incident that ultimately leads to his answering the call of the feliness over the career dedicated to finance. It was somewhere around sunset they were at the junction, that is intersection point. The deer was calling. He says, "We went around a blind turn." And he continues, and up ahead on the path was this old leopard. You couldn't tell this was past his prime. The jungle had taken a toll on him. He only had 3 canines. His eyes were sagging. Close to this leopard was another very young, good-looking male who was soon to come into his prime. It was like looking at the past and the present. It was clear that there was going to be a fight. Unfortunately, the sun was setting and we had to leave. But the next morning, he went back to the spot. Sitting on a high rock was that young leopard. Blood was dripping from a gash across his face. He sat there like he was king of the jungle. He knew right then that he had taken over, that it was a beginning of a new journey for him and for the writer. Photographs of that leopard, the Victor Scarface, as Shaz named him, not only made Shaz famous among India's wildlife community, but also led to Shah's inalienable reputation as a chronicler. Now, what is chronicler here? A person who witnessed accounts of important of historical events of the wild. Through his journey of photographing Scarface, he has discovered other leopards, his mates, and discovered his nemesis. Nemesis are rival or enemies, tigers. He also discovered the current protagonist, the main character of his work, Saya, while tracking Scarface. This is the world's first black panther, the behavior of which is being documented so intimately on camera by tracking its movements. So far, all the research on the animals has been done through camera traps. Through many months of toil, that is hard work, Shaz has managed to collect precious footage, including that the animal mating, to piece together the incredible landscape of a black panther's life. Saya, Scarface, and Pardus, the leopard that lost to Scarface, have also led Shaz down a different path of discovery. Learning about them and the loss of their habitat has led Shaz to create the Buffer Conflict Resolution Trust of India, BCRTI. It's an agency that educates villagers who live to the fringe, that is border of the forest, on the importance of conservation. They are in the heart of the man-animal conflict zone, explains Shaz. There is no specific buffer zone here around Nagahole. The core area of the forest ends where the field begins. In dry seasons, elephants and wild boar incursion, they attack into fields, are very common. Older leopards like Pardus who have lost territory in the forest often carry away livestock from villages. This creates resentment among locals towards the animals on occasion, leading to unpleasant situations. Putting tourist currency to good use under the BCRTI umbrella, SHAS provides locals with the vocational training with the aim of educating locals on the merits of conservation and to help them benefit from tourist currency. The visitors at the resort are welcome to volunteer to teach a skills training class of their choice. The acquired skills enables locals to find employment with any of the numerous wildlife resorts in the region, if not far away city. Medogoda is one such local agriculturist who is trained at the CRTI and is now a certified naturalist employment by the bison. In the past, he has lost almost 80% of the season's yield of sugarcane to such animal attacks. He used to hate them, but now he has learned how important these animals are and, and the value of protecting them. He says, I have known these jungles for 35 years. I know where the animals are and I realize I can guide visitors and get paid for it. In a way, the animals are paying him back. The forests have taught him many things, for instance, listening in a sense far more important than sight. You have to switch off your vehicle, sit and listen, for the forest is constantly communicating through the voices of birds and animals, he explains. Tracking an animal also teaches you life lessons. The Black Panther has taught him patience, but above all, it has taught him to never stop discovering. There are just so many amazing experiences to learn and share with the world. This was about the explanation of the chapter, and the second part gives us about the idea that it has been extracted from CN Traveler magazine, and it is about Shaz Jung, known for his wildlife photography. It bases about his entry into the world of wildlife photography, and it also reveals the insight that he received during the journey regarding the loss of the habitat of jungle heroes. And this extract also witnesses of his genuine efforts he took by establishing the CRTI, and it is his honest effort for the conservation of forest by educating the rural folks as well as by providing them with a sound, reliable source of income. So that's all for today's explanation, children. In the next lecture, inshallah, we'll be having the brainstorming activities. Thank you.